Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Vanessa Alexander Marshall. Welcome. For those of you that are new to my channel, welcome as well. And don't forget, hit the subscribe button at the bottom and make sure you're clicking the bell so when I am uploading on YouTube, you are notified. This is a get ready with me. As you can see, my face is bare, no makeup. So we're going to be putting makeup on. We have a very busy weekend starting right now. I am getting ready for a vendor event, and I can't say I should say we're getting ready for a vendor event. So after I put this makeup on, we are headed out the door to a vendor event. This is, I believe, the third event I am doing with these ladies, the Sisters Empowerment Tea. It is from 11 to 2 today here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. We have to start setting up, the vendors have to start setting up at 10 o'clock, an hour before the event begins. And I am honored to be part of this. They sent me an email about the event, and I agreed to be a vendor. So again, I'm very honored to be part of this. My kids and I have been here before. The last time we did one of their events, my daughter and I, we cleaned up. I mean, we were so busy and we made a lot of sales. So for those of you that are new to my channel, I am a jewelry merchandiser. So a lot of my jewelry will be at this, will be available at this vendor event. And I always link my website in the bottom of the description box. But I am going to let you guys know my website is getting ready to change. So eventually you will see a new website in the bottom of the description box, but not today. So yeah, I have a lot going on with that. Plus my new lipstick shades that I just introduced. Those will be available at the vendor event today, and those lipstick shades are also available on my website right now. So if you are interested in the lipstick shades, I always link my website in the bottom of the description box. So enough of that rambling. We're going to go ahead and get ready. So I'm going to do a full face of makeup, and usually I do a full face of makeup before I go to my flea market booth. But my flea market booth is closed today because of this vendor event. So today it is all about getting ready, and I decided I kind of needed to do this video and kind of make it funny. As you've seen my video with my kids, which you will hear my kids go back and forth. They may even pop their heads in here. Hopefully the camera won't be toppled over again like my son has done twice on YouTube. So you will hear my kids go back and forth. They have to load up the car and so forth. Basically been preparing for this event and loading up, getting ready so we can get out of here and go to the vendor event this morning. So let's go ahead and let's get started. I forgot. Oh, no, I didn't. I always think I always forget stuff, and I find out I don't. I have it. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started. So I am going to use my handy dandy mirror from Fenty Beauty. So I'm using my Fenty Beauty mirror. So yeah. So I can really get in and see what's going on this face. So I have my mirror. So I'm going to go ahead and prime my face. So everything that I am using, I will put in the bottom of the description box. These are some of my current favorites that I love, and I am going to put this on my face. Most of the makeup I am putting on today is Fenty. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So for priming, of course, this is my go-to primer. This is my E.L.F. makeup primer. Here it is. I'm going to put that on my face. There is my son. Yeah. Hey. Hopefully he's not going to knock over the camera this time. So we're going to talk about a subject that needs to be talked about, particularly all of the other residents in my home state of Louisiana. We're going to get some of these truths out about my home state of Louisiana. We're going to go ahead and start speaking some truth, and some of this is going to be funny. And I know it's going to be funny, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So as he's sitting here, because he just wants to be on YouTube. He just wants to be on YouTube, and he knows he has to go load my car.
Oh.
Yeah, he's got to go load my car. So again, we're going to start with priming. So I'm going to prime with my favorite primer, my E.L.F. makeup primer. Hopefully I'm not going to make this video too long because we do have to make another stop somewhere before we get to the vendor event. And I've spoken to Nakia. She's the president of the organization, and I have a real good relationship with her. So when they do their events, she will send me an email about their events. So again, I'm going to prime with my E.L.F. makeup primer. This is also, I always talk about this primer a lot. This is a matte primer. This primer is matte, but for some reason it always works on my face. It always does, and it always does a really good job on my face. Make sure I don't break this. Yeah. Oh, I had to rub that in. I hadn't seen that. Now see, I got my nails done. Got my blue nails. My husband saw my nails. He don't like the blue. He's like, you always doing dark colors. Because I want fingernail polish that's going to go really good with my skin tone. So lighter, to me, lighter nail polish shades do not go very well with my skin tone. Yeah, take that box, put it in the back. Yeah. All right, so we're primed. So I said we're going to use mostly Fenty today. So for foundation, I am going to go with my Fenty Beauty foundation. This is the shade number 450. That's what I'm using today. And I don't know, for most vendor events that I do lately, when I put on my makeup, I'm usually wearing Fenty. But I'm not going to go overboard. I tend to go overboard. This is shade number 450. This is the shade that I'm using, that I use. It's 450. And it is darker for me. Usually my exact match would be shade 420. But a lot of times I do tend, yeah, take that. I do, no, don't take the MacBook. I do tend to go a shade darker. I don't know, but this seems to work for me. This shade. Now, if you saw my last updated Fenty, I went a little heavy-handed with the foundation. Yeah, put it in the trunk. Yeah, my son is loading up my car right now. He's putting the jewelry bin in the trunk of the car. There you go. So we're going to go ahead and get some of these truths out, because my daughter and I was talking about this just yesterday, and it's just amazing how people in the United States think these things about us down here in Louisiana. And the number one truth I'm going to let you guys know about my city, about my state of Louisiana. And this definitely, for me and for a lot of us residents of Louisiana, even people that are from Louisiana, born and raised in Louisiana, but may live in other states, but they get this too. New Orleans is not the only city in Louisiana. Yeah, you gotta laugh about that too, huh, Kendrick? Yep. Yeah. Let me say this again. New Orleans is not the only city in Louisiana. We do have other cities in Louisiana.
We got Monroe, we got Shreveport, we got Alexandria, Lake Charles.
Hello, where do we live?
Baton Rouge.
We live in Baton Rouge. But, true story, and this has happened to me before, and my husband is not from Louisiana. My husband is from Chicago. So I know he gets this a lot too with Illinois, because everybody think in Illinois, Chicago is the only city in Illinois. No, Chicago is not the only city in Illinois. So that's something to dispel about Illinois. Chicago is not the only city. So here in Louisiana, when you refer to going to a city here in Louisiana, the first city they say is New Orleans. So when you talk about where you're from, and that's what I do, I talk about where I'm from. I'm from Baton Rouge. People will ask me, how far is that from New Orleans? It's an hour. And they'll go, oh, I kid you not. And my husband and I got this. My husband got this experience when we were in Vegas. And the taxi cab driver, we got into a cab in Vegas, and the guy asked us where we were from. We said, you know, we live in Louisiana. The guy said, "Oh, okay, you must live on that north side of New Orleans."
No.
We both looked at each other in the back of the cab, did that, looked back, and said, yeah, we're from that part of New Orleans. Yeah, I knew y'all were from New Orleans. Really. Another event I went to, someone asked me, where was I from? I said, Louisiana. They said, "Oh, what part of New Orleans?" And I literally said, "No, I'm from the other city that's in Louisiana." Literally, they went like, "Really? The other city in, oh, okay." Again, literally people think New Orleans is the absolute only city in Louisiana. No, and my son named off the other cities. Baton Rouge is the second largest city in Louisiana. Yes, New Orleans is the largest. At one time, after Hurricane Katrina, Baton Rouge became the largest city in the last census before New Orleans got its population back in the last census. So, yeah, Baton Rouge is the second largest city, and that's where we live. We live in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Baton Rouge is also the capital city of Louisiana. So, we're going to also dispel this other truth and get this straight, because apparently this next thing I'm going to say, we need to get some folks straight. So when people do realize about Baton Rouge, a lot of times when they find out about my home city of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, usually through college football. So let's get this straight here about Baton Rouge and basically in Louisiana. I know with March Madness going on, one of the teams in March Madness right now is the LSU Tigers. And where LSU is from where we live, we live about 15 minutes away, 10-15 minutes away from LSU. It's not that far from where we live. Now, in our old house where we used to live, we were literally like 5 minutes from LSU. So, next thing is, LSU is not the only college in Louisiana. Let's get that right. LSU is not the only college in Louisiana. And then a lot of people would think, okay, other than LSU, the other college would be Tulane. Okay, well, besides LSU and Tulane, yeah, we do have other colleges here in Louisiana. Other than LSU and Tulane, we have Southern University, we have Grambling State University, we have the University of Louisiana at Lafayette, or ULL, we have Louisiana Tech, we have McNeese State, we have Nichols State, we have, what else? We have University of New Orleans, we have Xavier University, Dillard University, what else? I know I am missing so many. Oh, University of Louisiana at Monroe, ULM. I think it's Northwestern we have. Northeastern, Northwestern. I think it's Northwestern. Yeah, we have that. Yeah, Northwestern. I said Louisiana Tech already. So, we have other colleges here in Louisiana other than LSU. And yes, we do have fun here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. So let's get that straight and differentiate from New Orleans from Baton Rouge. New Orleans, yes, is the largest city in Louisiana. However, New Orleans have the big professional teams, which is in the NFL and the NBA. We have the New Orleans Saints and we have the New Orleans Pelicans. Yeah, right now I have a little sore subject with the New Orleans Pelicans and yeah, good riddance, Anthony Davis. Anyway, yeah, good riddance to you too, Mark Ingram. But for concealing, I'm going to use the Fenty Beauty Concealer in shade 410. And I use this to highlight. So I'm going to use shade 410. I know I do tend to ramble. Sorry. But yeah, we're going to get some of these. We're going to get a lot of this truth out about my home state. So anyway, yeah. Yeah, we have, New Orleans have the professional teams, which is, again, the New Orleans Saints and the New Orleans Pelicans, you know. But here in Baton Rouge, Baton Rouge is a big college town. We are a huge college town because we have two big colleges here in Baton Rouge. So not only do we have LSU, we also have Southern University. Southern University is one of the largest historically black colleges in the country. It's a very well known historically black college. That is the college I attended. I went to Southern University, and I mean I enjoyed myself at Southern University. So I'm always going to be biased to Southern University. I don't think they talk about a lot of HBCUs a lot, and they really need to. So yeah, we are a huge college city, particularly in football season. And y'all better stop talking about Ed Orgeron. Y'all better leave that man alone. Leave Ed Orgeron alone. Yeah, go Tigers. Yeah, you leave it alone. Yeah, man. Same thing with the head coach of Southern University football team, Dalton Odoms. They always talk about how dark he is. Hey, leave that man alone. That man has sent some people to the NFL, so leave that man alone. And he's been doing very well with Southern University. Yeah. Okay, I know y'all wonder why I just stopped. I know y'all heard my daughter laugh because for some reason she forgot to put clothes on. So she's walking around here half naked. I'm gonna need her to get her life right. I'm gonna need to get her life together. So anyway, yeah, we are a large college town. Our big rival, Southern University's big rival, is Jackson State. So when Jackson State plays Southern University and Jackson State comes to Baton Rouge, oh, it is the talk of the town. Okay, it is the talk of the town. Of course, our other rival, our other in-state rival is, of course, Grambling State University, and that's at Bayou Classic. So I've gone to Bayou Classic. I remember the last Bayou Classic I went to, it was actually my husband's first time, not only going to Bayou Classic, it was also my husband's first time in the Superdome in New Orleans. And I mean, he enjoyed himself, had a real good time, and it ended up being like a literal nail-biter game towards the end, and Southern University did end up pulling it out. It is kind of a little bit of a rival because, of course, members of my family, on my dad's side of the family, they went to Grambling State. And of course, members of my family on my mom's side went to Southern. I went to Southern. So, but what's so funny about that was I did, as a kid, when I was a senior in high school, I did get accepted to Grambling State University. And my mom said I wasn't going to Grambling. So she said, you can go to any college you want to, as long as it's in Baton Rouge. Okay, well, that's the two colleges I didn't want to go to, LSU and Southern, but I ended up at Southern. So that's how they went. So yeah, we are a big college town, and when we're huge, particularly with the rivalries, and of course here with LSU, of course, the biggest rival they have is, of course, Alabama, Crimson Tide. It's a big rival. So it's a huge rival game when Nick Saban shows his behind back up here in Baton Rouge. So, yeah, that's a big game. I mean, I got to give it to Nick Saban. He's a good coach and all. You left LSU the wrong way. So I'm going to grab my makeup wipes because I did get some makeup on my fingers. And I also use wipes to wipe off excess off of my brushes. So I'm done with that. I'm now going to... What am I going to do next? I just lost my train of thought just that fast. Oh, it could be because I'm listening to my daughter brush her teeth. So I'm going to put setting powder. I'm going to set my face. So I set my face with the Black Radiance True Complexion loose setting powder in the shade Banana. I love this powder every time I wear Fenty. I love this banana powder. I love wearing this banana powder with every time I'm wearing Fenty. And it is also very affordable. So... And when I bake, I don't bake for very long. And I did not bring my sweeping brush. That's okay, I got my other brushes up here too. I'm going to bake, and I bake under my eye. And literally I have to bake everywhere because if you saw my previous review on my updated Fenty Beauty, I look like cake batter. Because I had it all over. What you looking for?
You got stuff in the car?
Yeah.
Where you at?
Outside. So yes, that's my daughter.
Hey!
Yeah. This is a big weekend for us because tomorrow is her birthday.
Whoop, whoop.
So yeah, I don't bake for very long, but I do have to bake all over because again, I will look like cake batter.
Why didn't you tell me it was coming outside?
And it could be the reason why I had the heater on.
Oh.
Yeah. Even if they're not in the video, comedy. Comedy, comedy. So yeah, that's their big rival at LSU is Alabama. And of course, you know, that's a sore subject with the NFL and that hot messiness between the Saints and the Rams.
That was stupid.
That was
More than a mess.
I'm still bitter. We're all still bitter.
Because we all knew the Saints should have been in the Super Bowl.
We all know that. Even the man on CNN said that. Look at that. That powder all over the face. Yeah, every time I put powder on my face and my son's right there, he goes, why you got that stuff on your face?
Why you look like a man that has a white beard?
Be quiet. I'm not worried about him. So I'm going to sweep this off my face. I'm going to sweep this powder off. Because again, I don't bake for very long. Because if I leave this on here too long, yeah, I'm going to look like Casper the Friendly Ghost. And yeah, that's not going to look pretty. There we go. Sweep that off. So we got that. And, you know, I'm not a professional makeup artist. I do know there are times I may be doing stuff wrong. I'm sorry. You know, if you want to get me in the comments about it, hey, I'm sorry. I'm just, yeah. Listening to my daughter on the phone. So, yeah, I got that banana powder swept off. Swept off. There we go. Yeah. Okay, so then what I do now is after I do the banana powder, I'll go back behind with another powder. And the powder I'm going to use is, of course, the Fenty Beauty Loose Setting Powder. This is the shade Nutmeg, so I'm going to go with that. No, I think I need to add some more because I've been using this a lot. So I'm going to put this on. Yeah, I gotta get some extra. And I also have to be very careful with this because a little bit literally does go a long way. Oh, I just made a great big old mess on my floor. Because I literally went ham on this powder and it's all over the floor. And then when I dust that off, you can smell the very faint perfume that's in here, and that's what I was talking about earlier in a previous video when I did L'Oreal, my L'Oreal review. The powder, the perfume scent in this setting powder by Fenty, it is faint, and usually when I first dust on my brush, I don't smell it, but when I just blowed it off, the excess, now I can smell it. So I'm just gonna go back in and put this powder all over my face. And to me, it's like double protection. It also takes off a lot of the cast that's on my face. She is on the phone. I tend to tell my daughter, you are loud. And she is. And again, this powder scent, this perfume scent in the powder, it doesn't bother me. It really doesn't. My son is in the front. He's bouncing his basketball. Okay. We got that on. Yay. All right, so we're done with that. So let me just say something else. about Louisiana that I hear this so much. Not everybody in Louisiana has an accent. Just because you're in Louisiana, everybody doesn't talk like this. You know, yeah, you got this accent. Oh, you're definitely from the South. And I get this a lot, particularly with my husband. And it's so funny. When my husband and I first met, he said I spoke with a Southern accent. And I like, you're the first person that ever said I have an accent. He says, yeah, you have an accent. I tell you're from the South. And I had never been told that. But then again, I turn around, you know, and I'm like, well, he can't talk because he's from the Midwest and he talks through his nose. So I guess that's just the difference between living in the Midwest, being from the Midwest and being from the South. And of course, where my husband works, they can definitely tell he's not from Louisiana because the way he talks, it's like, yeah, bruh, you're definitely not from Louisiana because you talk like you're from the North. So he gets that himself. So sometimes I find that like funny. I am going to contour just a little bit and do some bronzing. So I am going to use the Black Radiance True Complexion contour palette. This palette has definitely become one of my favorite palettes to use. So I am definitely going to contour, and you only need just a little bit with this contour because if you go heavy-handed and ham with this, you're definitely going to go overboard with this. And listen to my daughter. So I always have to tap off access because I literally always go ham with this contour palette. So I'm just going to contour just a little bit. And just with that little bit, there it is. I mean, it's like, whoa. That's why I don't like to use too much because it can go on very heavy. I'm still getting over this bronchitis, guys. My doctor has threatened to put me in the hospital. If I show up back in his office one more time, he's putting me in the hospital. If this bronchitis turns into walking pneumonia, he's like, you're going in the hospital. So I'm going to contour. I'm going to put contour up here as well. Just to do that. And in the nose area. I don't know, every time I contour, it's like this part of my nose right here literally like becomes really, really defined when I contour. It becomes defined. I know I'm using the wrong brush for it, though. Hey. Then I'm going to go back and I'm just going to do a little bronzing, a little skull. So I'm going to use the middle shade for that. Because I love this palette. I am on YouTube and you're belching. Nasty. Nasty. And that was my daughter that did that. So again, she ain't even on camera. Comedy. Comedy. Comedy.
I forgot.
Comedy. Comedy. Comedy.
I don't think they heard you.
It's all right. I just told on you. But I'm pretty certain they heard you. Nasty. For blush, I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me Blush. So what else about Louisiana I can talk about since Miranda's in the bathroom? She's doing her hair.
They have a lot of colleges.
I told them about the colleges. You had to get them straight that we're a big college town too. Oh. Okay, I just thought of this. Crawfish is a delicacy. Okay, we love crawfish, and I know they had a news story back a year or so ago about Minnesota was getting run over by crawfish, or they call, you know, mud bugs. Look, let me tell y'all something. If y'all don't want them crawfish, we can come up there, come get them crawfish, bring them back down here to Louisiana, because we know what to do with them crawfish. We're gonna put them in some crab ball, put them in the pot. and we're gonna boil them up and we're gonna eat them. And okay, and another thing, I'm glad I'm talking about crawfish. I don't know what they doing in the state of Texas with that crawfish and seasoning. Your seasoning is supposed to be in your boil. You don't season your crawfish after it comes out the boil and you're eating it, because you're seasoning the shell. You don't eat the shell. You want to eat the meat. So, I don't understand that for the life of me. I saw that somebody posted on Facebook about they were getting ready to eat some crawfish and they were seasoning the outside part of the crawfish, and it was like, so you, when you boil it, you don't put all your seasonings in the water? That's where all your seasoning is supposed to go. That's where your, you know, your salt, your pepper, what's that? The crab boil, your onions, your, oh my goodness. You put the kitchen sink in there. I don't know. But no, all of your seasonings go in the water. You don't season the shell because you don't eat the shell. So I just don't get, why are you seasoning the shell? I don't get that. But okay, that's, no, you season your water. This is where all your seasonings go, not on the shell, not after the fact, okay? Of course, for highlighter, I am using Fenty, my Killawatt highlighter, Ginger Binge, and Mascara Mule. So I'm going to go in with that. Now, she said I didn't tell her anything about on the last video. And all you need is just a little bit. So if you've never used this, be very mindful of this, because this, yeah, can get out of control really fast. And I just dip in both shades. And I really like this. Actually, I'm almost done with my makeup, so we can go ahead and get out of here to the vendor event. So I talked about that, Miranda. What else? Ooh, I did go too much on that.
You talked about the New Orleans. It's not the only.
Yeah, I already said that was number one. New Orleans is not the only city in Louisiana. Because everybody think that. Particularly with that guy that told you that guy. I said, oh, no, I'm from the other city in Louisiana. He went, yeah, what other? They got others? Yeah. New Orleans ain't the only one.
The one on the other side of town? You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I know where that part at. You do? Yeah. Particularly those people that think they know everything about Louisiana, but you don't. Particularly those that you basically still talking about what's in New Orleans. For eyeshadow, I am using one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes. This is from Makeup Revolution. I'm using their Reloaded palette. Here it is. I love this eyeshadow palette. It's one of my favorites. I'm going to start my base with this brown color right here. So I'm going to start with that. Pardon my daughter. She's on the phone with her girlfriend. Huh? Oh, they're video chatting. She's on the phone with her girlfriend, so forgive them. They're interrupting my video. So yeah, I'm going to start with this brown shade first. I think I'm only going to do 2 shades today. So I'm going to start with that shade. And I'm going to put this in my crease area. I am not very good with eyeshadow, so don't talk about me too bad. There we go. Yeah, she's holding a whole conversation over there, and I'm on YouTube. You hear her? She's holding a whole other conversation. So yes, both of y'all are going to be on my channel because I hear your whole conversation. Now the girlfriend has gotten involved. Comedy! Comedy! Comedy!
Well, her mom is too.
Oh, her mom is in there too?
She made egg rolls.
Okay. Everybody's going to be on my channel. So now they've all contributed to the comedy here. They've all contributed to the comedy here. So every last one of them have contributed to the comedy. You see what I go through? This is what I go through. This is what I go through. And now she's on her phone. My daughter's on the phone with her girlfriend and her girlfriend's mother. They're cooking. There's a video going on because I see the video that apparently from their house. Her mom has cooked some egg rolls apparently, and I'm trying to shoot a video because we have a vendor event, and I'm trying to do this and talk about let's tell the truth about my home state of Louisiana, and they have a whole other thing going on right now. So yeah, this told you comedy. She jumping on you, ain't she? Yeah. She getting on you. That's right. Now I'm gonna go in with this shade here. I done put some divots in this things here. So now I'm gonna go on this with this burgundy shade next. Again, this is from Makeup Revolution. I love this eyeshadow palette. Y'all just don't know. And I think these are probably going to be the only shades. I do. And this is kind of something subtle that I'm doing because, again, this is a vendor event. So this is really, at the end of the day, dealing with my business. And I don't want to go overboard. I don't want to go heavy-handed, overboard too much with my business, particularly, if I'm going to be networking with other people. So I want to have what I call, the business ready makeup look. Now I think my eye tomorrow may be different because it is my daughter's birthday tomorrow. She turns 19. So after this next year, she'll be 20. And I'm going to have a stroke, y'all. I'm going to have a fit. Oh, okay. We're doing real good time. We're doing real good time. So I'm checking the time to see how much time we have left. And we're on really good time right now. Okay. Checking my messages from church. So I got that done. I think I'm going to put a little glitter at the bottom. So I'm going to go in with this shimmer shade here at the end right here. So I'm just going to go in with just a little bit of this shimmer. Told you, holding the whole conversation. Oh, that's going to be pretty. I like this. I can't really think of anything else. I think that's like the... Oh! I just thought of something else. Let's get this straight about my home state. New Orleans isn't the only one that has an airport. You don't have to always fly into New Orleans. And, the other cities here that nobody know about, we have airports too. Just to let y'all know, we have airports too. We have an airport here in Baton Rouge. There's an airport in Hammond. There's I left out Southeastern Louisiana University. Speaking of Hammond, and Southeastern Louisiana University, that's where Robin Roberts went to. So, anyway, we have an airport here in Baton Rouge. We have an airport in Hammond. There's an airport in Lake Charles, Lafayette, Alexandria, and I passed by that airport in Alexandria. Shreveport has an airport. Monroe, Louisiana, have an airport. So no, New Orleans ain't the only one with an airport. Okay, that's all y'all know about is just New Orleans. New Orleans has the big international airport. Okay, let me get that straight. The airport is an international airport because you can fly out of New Orleans, and I believe they were setting up to where you can fly a direct flight from New Orleans to London. But if you the other airports here in Louisiana, we're regional airports. Here in Baton Rouge, it is a regional airport. For some reason, I think lately, the Baton Rouge airport has started to pick up a little bit. So it has began to get a little busy over there. So yeah, the Baton Rouge airport started to gain a lot. It started to get pretty busy over there. But the reason why our airport, doesn't get a lot of traction is because, again, everybody knows about New Orleans. New Orleans, New Orleans, New Orleans, New Orleans. But it's like, particularly when you drive here to Baton Rouge, everybody thinks, okay, we're going to fly into New Orleans, but then drive to Baton Rouge. And I mean, you can do that because it's only an hour away. But, yeah, you don't necessarily have to. You can make a direct flight to Baton Rouge. I mean, you may have to have a layover to go take one of the smaller airplanes and then fly into Baton Rouge because, again, our airport is like a small metro airport. For mascara, I'm using my Lash Lengthening Mascara from Radiance. So I'm going to put that mascara on. Ew. I got a bit too much out of that. So, yeah. So that's how it goes with the airports. And how I describe it is like in Chicago. Chicago have two airports. They have the O'Hare Airport and they have Midway. Midway is more like the airport here in Baton Rouge. O'Hare is more like the airport in New Orleans. And that's how I describe it. And for those of you that are new to my channel, I do not wear false lashes. I am not into false lashes. I will never wear false lashes. You're not going to catch me wearing false lashes. I'm almost out of this mascara, but I had just taken like a big chunk of the black. I didn't mean to do that. Made me do that. And I'm not a fan of eyeliner. I think my mom tortured me in eyeliner, and that's why I don't wear eyeliner. I think I'm still haunted by that. When she put eyeliner on me, I'm still tortured by that. There we go. So I got my mascara on. So last but not least, lips. So now we're at the end. So of course I'm doing a vendor event today. I am going to be wearing one of my lipstick shades. So the lipstick shade I'm going to be wearing, this is from my collection, V.A.M Cosmetics. This is the shade Chocolate Cream. So I am going to be wearing that. Here is what the shade looks like. So that's the shade I'm going to be wearing today. So I can promote my lipstick shade, so I will be wearing one of my shades to sell. I don't know why my lips are like this. My daughter is loud. I hear her. There we go. So we have that. And I just love this. And you can wear my shade by itself. You can do that. Or what I've been doing is pairing a lot of my lipstick shades with other glosses. So that's what I'm going to do today. So I am going to top this with a gloss. And of course, I am going to top this with the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb. And this is Fussy. The other gloss bomb from Fenty, I completely ran out. I had to throw it away because I was so out. Because I was using the living snot out of that gloss bomb. And I am being the same way with this gloss bomb. And oh my goodness, I love this gloss bomb. And it smells good. It smells like fruit punch. So as you can see, you can put my lipstick with one of your favorite glosses. And as you can see, it is pairing very, very well with the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb. And actually, oh my goodness, look how pretty this lipstick shade is. Look at that. The combination, oh my goodness, I love it. So that is it. I am done with my makeup. I am now getting ready to put on my earrings. And of course, I am putting on these earrings today. Here's what I'm going to be wearing. I'm wearing these earrings. I do offer these earrings for $5 a piece. So again, when I do vendor events, I wear some of the items that I currently sell. So when people are asking me questions about it, I, let them know that this is what it looks like. If you buy it, this is what it looks like. Am I putting this on right? I don't think I'm putting this on right now. I'm not putting this on right. There it is. There we go. So I'm going to put these earrings on. There we go. It's in my way. There we go. So I'm putting these earrings on today. So again, if you're interested in these earrings, please comment below in the bottom of the description box or send me an email. I always put my email address in the bottom of the description box. I'm doing this without, I just put the mirror up and I'm doing this without a mirror. Maybe I need to put it and get the mirror back out. I don't know why I did that, y'all. I don't know why I did that. And my daughter's still being very loud. There it is. There we go. Got it on. So that's it, guys. So this is my final look. My hair straight. So this is it, guys. This is my final look. Getting ready to put my watch on, and then we're about to head out the door to the vendor event so we can go ahead and set up. Pictures from the vendor event I will put on my Instagram, and I will put my Instagram in the bottom of the description box. So with that being said, this is Venetia Alexander Marshall. I hope everybody have a great day. Take care.